Okay, hi Kai. Okay, I gave you a bunch of scales. One of them was the blues scale, which we did. So that's the blues scale. And then I gave you 5 major scales. Before I show you the scales, and I know it's probably hard for you to understand the English here, but let me try and explain. The major scales have to do with do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So it's the major scale is a common form which is used in music, and really all your chords are based upon the major scale. Therefore, it's important to understand the concept of it. So in the key of C, you would have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then repeating on C, with C being the 1, and then on the other end, D, E, F, G, A, B, C being the octave, the 8, or again the 1. This is confusing now. I'll try to write something down about this, but I wanted to do this as a preface. And the major scale is applicable to every single key. So there are 12 keys in music. If you go from C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and then C, back to C again. So we will, let's work on the first major scale. And something that you need to know about these major scales is that in addition to being the backbone of music, it also is the backbone and the background of all your learning of the guitar. It's the basis of all music and also the basis of all your studies on the guitar. It all relates to the major scale in one way or another. So this is a lifetime of learning. You can't do it all in one day. So don't even try. And in fact, the more that you take baby steps, the better you will come out at the other end with. So here's the first major scale, which is the major scale in the first position, which means that it starts on the root note, the 1 note of the chord. So this is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And that's G major scale that I'm playing, and the G major scale has 1 sharp in it. We're starting from the G major scale because it's really simple to start here on the 3rd fret. So we're going to do 2, 4, and then the next string. 1, 2, 4, the next string. 1, 3, 4, the next string. 1, 3, 4, and then 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. And all the while, you keep your fingers in position so that your first finger covers this fret, second finger covers this fret, third finger covers this fret, and the 4th finger covers this fret. So these are called position scales because you don't have to move your hands like up and down the guitar to get the scale. This is trying to give you an economy of effort so that you don't have to move around as much. So it's again, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, and then back. Now you've probably played these same major scales on your trumpet. We're just putting it on the guitar. One of the good things about the guitar is that once you learn a position scale, you can apply it to any key. So here we're playing the major scale in the key of G. So this is the first position major scale in the key of G. So all I have to do is find, for example, if I wanted to do it in B flat, I find the B flat note here on the 6th string, 6th fret, and keep the same position 2 4 1 2 4 1 3 4 1 3 4 2 4 1 2 4, and I just played a B flat major scale. So you can go up and down the neck playing that first position major scale. Likewise, we can move on now to the second position scale, and that is based upon the same notes, only it starts on the second note of the major scale. For example, we started the first position with G, which is the first note in the G major scale. The second note in the G major scale is A. So I would start the scale on the A, that's the 5th fret, on the 6th string. So here's the second position scale. Now, one of the things about this scale, and I'm going to go through it slowly so you can understand, is that it does move its position a little bit, and I'll show you where that happens. So this is 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. Then the next string I move down a fret, 1, 3, 4. Next string, same thing, 1, 2, 4, and then 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Let me do that again because I think I made a mistake in showing this. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. See, I'm moving my fingers. It stays in position here, and then I'm moving down to the 4th fret. And that is the second position scale. Now you can refer to the sheet that I gave you. It'll say first position, and then it'll say second position, and it's all based upon the key of G. Your grandma's on the phone, right in the middle of recording. Grandma, you're on the phone right in the middle of recording. I'm so sorry. That's okay. Let me. All right. All right. Okay, that was Grandma. She's taking a walk. I'll be out there in a second. All right. So the second position scale, starting on the second note of the G scale, which is the A. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. Move down a fret. 1, 2, 4. Next string. 1, 2, 4. Then move up a fret. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. It takes practice to get this right, but once you have the patterns down, then you'll be able to, memorize them and go through them at will. And I'm not going to show you the third position, the fifth position, and the sixth position today. I think that's enough, the first two, the first position and the second position. The reason why we learn the major scales is, number one, so that you can learn the guitar, the fingerboard here. You want to learn the entire fingerboard, the whole thing. You want to know where the notes are. You want to know where the A is everywhere, where the B is, where the B flat, where the D flat, all the notes you need to know, because songs are played in every key, so it's important for you to know where the notes are. For example, if I'm playing a song, here's a song that's in the key of G. All these chords are in the key of G, which is something I'll explain to you, or I'll write down for. So I could do the purpose of learning these scales It's not so that you can get fast on the scales, or it's not because you need to exercise. And all of these things will help you in those areas. But the purpose of these scales is so that you can learn to improvise in a key, whatever key that you're given. So if for example, take a obscure key like B major. Now, figuring this out on the piano would be hard because you got to worry about all those black and white keys. But on the guitar, I just go to my position scale. Anyway, like I said, you're not going to learn all of it in a day, but I'm giving you an example here of what it is you can learn, and you take your time. The best way to learn a scale is practice it slowly. Slow. The slower the better. Practice slow. Very slow, and then you can build up your speed. Because what you're trying to do is to learn the fingerboard. Anyway, Kai, I'll talk to you later.